It is Transformation Tuesday. You might be one of the many who's hoping to forget about 2020, but for our next guest, it's a year he will want to always remember. You're looking at a picture of Dr. Jared Troutman, a doctor who lives in Lubbock, Texas with his wife, Ashley, and their 3 kids. When the pandemic hit this past spring, Jared knew that his weight made him that much more vulnerable to the uncertainty that was ahead. So he reached out to transformation coach Charles D'Angelo for help, and here he is now, 102 pounds lighter. You've lost over 100 pounds through a pandemic, all while working as a first responder and only with virtual meetings. So how was it working with Charles virtually?
So 2020 is the year of virtual meetings. Most of our life is turned virtually. So this has actually worked out really well. I also live a very busy schedule, and fitting in a virtual meeting is much easier. So it has worked out really well.
You live in Texas, so what made you reach out to Charles in Missouri?
So I was one of the first physicians to take care of some of the repatriate Americans back to the U.S. with COVID-19. And I saw early on that obesity and chronic health problems coupled with COVID-19 was not a good combination. So I knew I needed to do something about my weight. Really didn't know what to do, but I saw a simple Facebook post from a friend, another EMS physician, that she had lost over 100 pounds. So I reached out to her, and within 24 hours, I was a client of Charles.
Charles, is there anything different about coaching a client online?
Well, I've been coaching people virtually online via Skype, FaceTime, and more recently Zoom for about 10 years. So there's nothing new in terms of the mechanics. What is new is it allows for people who otherwise might never reach out, people like the former me when I used to weigh 360 pounds who might be intimidated by the notion of reaching out for help, to reach out for help without having to leave the comfort of their home and have a real candid and authentic conversation to get their life on track. So if anything, it makes the work that I do much more accessible to people who I otherwise might never hear from.
As a doctor, what do you think of the coaching program itself?
Well, I think the equation of weight loss is a very simple one. You have to burn more calories than you take in, but we all know that carrying that out is much more difficult. Everyone wants a magical pill or a surgical solution that makes it very easy. But Charles really breaks this down to 3 simple steps. One is, of course, the diet and making sure you have satiety throughout the day. So I found the diet piece very easy, and even living a very busy life, I always knew what I was going to have and when. Second piece is exercise. I have joined gyms in the past. I've showed up to the gyms. I've used the various things. I really didn't know what I was doing. But Charles, again, laid out a plan on this is what I need you to do, and then slowly, gradually built up as you did it more, as your body become healthier. The last piece is really understanding why do we get obese in the first place? Mm-hmm. And we oftentimes will use food as a drug, especially when in stressful situations and such, we turn to food. It's an easy thing to turn to. So I think just understanding that has helped me to not do that. So kind of bringing all 3 of those things together, when you do, you get healthy and you lose weight.
And what's changed in your life since working with Charles?
Certainly have a lot more energy. We have 3 little boys that are 9, 7, and 3. As I was approaching 300 pounds and almost 40, I found I couldn't keep up with them. And now I can run around with them. Our family has become much more active. My wife has always been one to exercise, but now me and her exercise together. So it's a thing we do now as a couple.
What would you tell someone who's on the fence about whether or not they have what it takes to be a success like you?
I would say do it. Don't use an excuse that you're too busy. Even a busy person, this will fit into your schedule, and you have to make time to be healthy. So I know it's cliche to say that if I can do it, anybody can, but it really is true. If you'd have told me a year ago, I'd be sitting here, I can run less than a 10-minute mile and lost 100 pounds. I would have thought no way, but it's very doable. And Charles really breaks it down into ways that you can understand and carry it out and hold your hand along the way.
Congratulations, and also thank you for what you're doing as a first responder.
Thank you.
Charles has helped thousands of people reach their weight loss goals, and he can help you too. Just reach out to him at charlesdangelo.com.